indictment, of course, this one over allegations that you threatened Trump by posting this photograph online on Instagram, a photo of seashells on the beach arranged to write 8647. I know you don't want to talk about the case because it's an actual active case and it may go to trial. You have said you expect Trump and his administration to keep coming after you. They went after you once before with a different alleged crime that fell apart. What else do you think they might go after you for?
I don't know, but as I've told my family, we just have to be prepared that his obsession with me and John Brennan and Tisha James and others is not going to go away until he leaves office. So he will push them to do something else.
You spoke with CNN's Caitlin Collin last week. You said that you hoped that Todd Blanche, the acting attorney general, would look at his time working at the Southern District of New York, one of the most respected U.S. Attorney's Office, and remember, quote, the standards and the norms that have made the Department of Justice special for a long time. He's behind this fund. Do you still have those hopes for him?
Well, I still hope he'll look at those standards and norms and try to conform his behavior in the departments to the way it ought to be and bipartisan basis ought to be.
Well, here's Todd Blanche on Fox just yesterday. Take a listen.
The whole Russia hoax, there was absolutely nothing to it. And so the question that the American people have to ask is, well, then why did they do it? That's what we're studying right now because it did great damage to this country.
Of course, there is evidence, despite what he said. Just look at the 2020 bipartisan report from the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. It was led, the acting chairman at the time was Marco Rubio, who's currently Trump's Secretary of State. And that report links ties between former Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort and the Russian government. The report says in part, quote, Manafort's high-level access and willingness to share information with individuals closely affiliated with the Russian intelligence services represented a grave counterintelligence threat. But what is your reaction to Todd Blanche calling this a Russia hoax?
Well, I don't know whether he's met Marco Rubio, but he ought to introduce himself and read the 1,000-page report that the Senate Republicans and Democrats put out that verified everything that had been investigated by the FBI, validated the work of the FBI and the intelligence community. There's no fuzz on it. It's just they're apparently going to lie about it and ignore it.
There's also Trump's lies about the 2020 election, which he continues to falsely claim was stolen from him. And obviously, it was not. Again, Todd Blanche.
There's a ton of evidence that the election was rigged. We have multiple investigations going on in Arizona, in Georgia, Fulton County, Georgia, and that's exactly what we're looking at. We're very focused on finding out whether the right people voted, whether people who were supposed to vote voted, whether there was one vote cast per voter.
What's your response to that?
Is any job worth compromising yourself in that way? I gather that he wants to be Attorney General, but really, how far will one go for a job?
So let's talk about your new novel. It's called Red Verdict. It touches on the role of artificial intelligence and drone warfare, the difficulties of prosecuting espionage. What more can readers expect from this, and how did you